Hello and welcome to Movies with My Dad, the podcast where I, film critic Tina Kakadelis, take my dad Stratis to the movies. This week we saw Presents, directed by Steven Soderbergh, starring Chris Sullivan, Kalina Liang, and Lucy Liu. Join us on the spoiler-filled car ride home.
Have we started?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, okay. Hi.
Did you pick this?
I did.
Did you enjoy your pick?
Okay, I did pick this. I like Steven Soderbergh sometimes. I'm always interested by what he does because he always has, not always, but more recently he's been doing.
You're jumping the gun a little here.
Oh, you're right.
Right.
What did we
what
see,
is the
Dad?
movie? What did we see?
So sorry.
Presents.
Yeah.
Not like, Christmas presents,
Like a
but
ghost.
like ghost presents.
Yeah. You want to give a plot?
No.
Oh.
You feel free to give this plot.
Great, I will. So a family moves in, mother, daughter, brother, sister.
Lucy Liu's mom.
Lucy Liu is the mom.
It's the only person I knew.
Okay, and she did a great job. They move in, and the daughter can sense that there is some sort of presence, if you will, in the home, and then the presence kind of starts wreaking havoc. But the interesting...
Not really.
It wreaks a little. Not enough,
No,
to be honest.
It's not like Friday the 13th kind of wreaking havoc.
I need you to watch other horror movies. You keep...
That's all I got.
Your two touch points are Friday the 13th.
I got Megan now.
Okay, and Megan. And Amityville Horror.
I don't think I saw that one.
I recently watched that. It was very interesting.
Okay.
Similar to that because there's renovations to a home. And I think Amityville Horror might strike a chord with you because it's just about a man...
Let's just stay on this one.
...slowly going mad
Insane.
because of his renovations that he can't seem to finish.
That's going to hit a little too close to home
Exactly.
at this point.
Okay, so Presents. So the Presence starts wreaking havoc, and the interesting thing about the movie is that the camera is the ghost.
Yes.
The point of view of the ghost.
It floats around, and you follow the floating. That was
You
cute. I
are
did
the
like
floating.
that. You are the floating. Sorry.
Okay.
I did like that at the beginning. Here's my... You want my quick synopsis of my feelings on this movie?
Okay.
It made me feel nothing.
Oh.
Which I think is the worst thing a movie can do.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Steven. Poor Steven.
Well, he didn't write it. He just directed it.
Okay.
I thought it was beautifully...
David. I think David
beautifully
wrote
shot,
it.
beautifully put together, but the story did not do anything for me.
Oh,
I like the actors.
I was in it until like the last little bit of the movie.
I wanted something to really happen.
Stuff was happening.
Yeah.
My favorite ghost stories are when the ghost is just a metaphor for like grief and loss and sadness.
So I'm sure this was
like
this was
right up
definitely a
my alley.
metaphor filled, but I didn't feel the metaphors.
The metaphor was the lingering trauma that haunts you.
There's a lot of other stuff going on with the parents too.
Yeah.
Which made no sense. And what's the is it Oedipus? Is that the syndrome between child and mother?
Yeah, but I think it's like the kid wants to bang the mom, and I don't think this kid wanted to bang the mom.
No. Oh, sorry. This was the mom one to bang the kid.
Right. I
Yes.
don't think that's Oedipus.
Okay, so an inverse Oedipus.
For sure.
Let's coin that.
No, I mean, I think it was her being her desire for creating something perfect, and that was him. She put everything into him, her son. I don't think she wants to bang her son at all.
I don't know what she wanted, and I thought the whole interrelationship between them was just too weird.
He was just trying to be a little teen, but like clearly coasting off of like the free passes that she gave him to be a little douchey 17-year-old boy. But I don't think that there's anything weird beyond her staking all of her hopes and dreams on...
Well, that whole scene of her holding his hands and saying how much...
Some families are touchy.
Okay,
it was
but
not
then
in a weird way.
Okay, but then her
I don't
saying...
like you putting that into the movie. There's a bunch of other stuff that you could critique, but I don't think you should be adding that.
But she's saying that everything she did was for him, and no matter how bad, if you did it for the right reasons. And
She's not trying to bang her son, though.
It just was weird.
It is weird. When parents do that to their kids, it is weird.
Are you saying I've never done that to you?
No! I'd say you're more like the dad who's really trying his best.
Oh, I did like the dad.
It's a father-daughter movie. How'd you feel about that?
Another father-daughter movie.
Yeah, how'd you feel about it? Sweet dad seems to be the only one who thinks that some people in the family should go to therapy.
Are you implying your mother is the conniving Lucy Liu character? Here?
No, I'm just saying that you are similar to the father.
I don't think I'm as accommodating as he was.
No, I don't think so either.
Thank you.
But I think that he was a very sweet guy who was just trying his best.
He was definitely trying his best.
But nobody else was really. So he wasn't trying.
I want to know the other movie.
What's the other movie?
The other movie is whatever blank Lucy Liu was into.
I don't really care what she did.
I cared about the
tradings that she
something she did, right? Because he's on the phone talking to a lawyer saying, well, I have this friend. Would he be held liable for anything his spouse does?
I don't think you are.
No, of course you're not. No,
what do you mean, of course you're not?
No, because you can't be held liable for for the things that I do that break the law.
Unless I am actively
Sure, unless you're actively involved, right. But he obviously was not. But why was that even in? Or is the concept here that families have all kinds of secrets and problems?
Yeah.
Okay.
You say that as though like.
But it didn't really help the story move along. And are we going to go to the other demented child?
So that's where it kind of started to lose me.
I guess he's a serial killer.
There's a boy who. At first, I was, like, feeling for him, because I was like, he's clearly a sad kid. He feels like he doesn't have any support at home. And then he started trying to drug everybody, and I was like, I'm losing faith in this kid. But I just didn't feel like I got what it was really trying to add to the movie.
Right. And why the presence need to kill both of them?
The presence didn't kill them.
Well, the presence knew it was going to happen. Or at least that psychic lady knew that it was going to happen.
But you're not in... The presence can't control. They
Why?
said that time and space are different for the presence.
That is true. So the presence... So, all right, the Chloe, the daughter, is drugged, right? And Chucky Boy, whatever his name is, right, is
Ryan,
now...
I believe.
Sure, I'm going to go Chucky Boy. He spikes a drink and gives it to Chloe, and he's going to kill her / rape her. Right?
Correct.
Why didn't the presence just take care of him? Because earlier in the film, the presence picks up books, moves them around, does all kinds of other things in the physical world. You mean it? And then knocks down all of what was the boy's name? Tyler. All the stuff in Tyler's room when he was being a dork to his sister.
A dork!
I didn't want to say another word. A dork to his sister.
For sure.
Right? Because the presence took down shelves, threw down...
But it can't seem to touch people.
Okay, then throw a trophy and hit the Chucky Boy in the head and knock him out. That's just there's a problem there. If the presence didn't move anything, then that'd be okay. But the presence could literally... manifest and move things in the house and could have caused some damage.
Yeah.
But instead did not. And let poor Taylor die.
Yeah, that felt a little rushed to me at the end. And I kind of struggled. I went back and forth a lot about Ryan's character.
Chucky Boy?
Oh my God, no, I can't. And how I don't really know if I liked what it was trying to do within the script. It just...
I'm sorry, stereotypical boy too there. Made him, the beach blonde surfer dude kind of serial killer. I feel like...
What?
I don't know. I felt like it was typecasting.
How many, bleach blonde serial killers do you know? Name one.
I can't name a single one, but I feel like all the horror films have a character like that.
You haven't seen any
I've seen a lot of trailers for horror films.
And none of the trailers that we just watched before this movie had a bleach
I'm older
blonde.
than you. I've seen a lot of trailers. Anyways, continue on, please.
Okay, so if this was you, you're the father.
I'm the father. Okay.
You move our family into a little home. A beautiful home, by the way.
Yeah, no way they got that for $800,000 near Boston. That was
I didn't even know.
Unacceptable.
How did you know it was Boston?
Well, because he was watching the Red Sox play, and it has a New England-like look to it.
For sure.
You know, so saying Boston.
I thought they were saying
area,
$8.5 million.
No, I said 800,000, 860,000.
I thought you said 8.5. It doesn't matter.
Well, that would make a lot more sense.
I was thinking 8.5. Beautiful home. I'd move in, even with the murder, the presents, because the presents was nice.
The presents was very nice.
It kind of cleaned up the home a little bit. I like the presents. So you move our family in. There's no drama like in the movie, like in terms of mom's not insider trading or whatever.
Okay.
Lucy Liu is doing, but things just start getting ripped off walls, and we all see it. Like that scene in the movie where they all see the presents. You'd leave?
I am freaked out by anything like that. I can't handle it. Which is actually odd because in real life,
so strange.
In real life, it bothers me a lot. In the movie, I'm like, nah.
But you don't believe
I don't. That's why it really confuses me.
You don't believe in astrology.
No.
Which I feel like astrology and
ghosts.
I
don't believe in ghosts.
Okay, wait a minute. How could you not believe in ghosts and then you see...
It all goes back to my childhood.
Mom has a ghost.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Have you ever expressed this doubt to her?
Oh, we've talked about it.
And
but it all goes back to my childhood.
Wait, you've questioned Mom's ghost?
No, Mom questions her ghost.
Not really.
Well, yeah, I think she does.
What?
She can't explain it. Nobody can explain it.
No,
but it hasn't really been... you could also just say these were coincidences.
Okay, you could say anything is a coincidence.
Right.
So why not just vibe with a ghost? Mom's ghost is very nice. Like the presents.
Like the presents.
Exactly.
Maybe Mom wrote this movie.
Maybe she did, and you're telling it's bad writing, so... So you don't believe... But if that happened, you'd immediately leave.
If I'm seeing stuff flying around through the house like that...
Yeah.
There's no physical rationale in my head.
No, we're all downstairs. We just hear trophies start flying around.
Man, don't start. I'm not going to sleep tonight if you bring this up.
What?
Oh, you think I'm that confident in my beliefs of the world?
I'm just confused that you'd actually get freaked out by that. I feel like you'd be like an earthquake.
I'd be much better with aliens. Aliens I can wrap my head around.
I guess. So you just burn it to the ground? The home?
I don't know, $8.6 million.
Okay, well, we don't know how much it costs.
I can't afford to burn it to the ground.
We don't know how much it costs.
Even at $800,000.
So but you don't believe in a ghost?
No.
This doesn't make any sense.
Why?
How can you not believe in a ghost but then be so ready to just leave a home where things start flying?
Well, then I'd have to believe, and that would just rock my entire understanding of the world. It would just take me back to my childhood, which I was going to explain.
Oh, right. What happened? What ghost haunted you in your
There was
childhood?
no ghost, but I was a only child, left alone quite often, and I was convinced something was going to... I mean, just like every kid, right? The stuff that's going to come out from underneath your bed and grab you.
Yeah.
For me, it was my basement. I loved playing in my basement, but the only way out of the basement was to turn off the lights on the way up. There wasn't a switch at the top.
Okay.
So I had to leave the last bit in the dark.
Okay.
And oh my gosh, that would scare the living heck out of me.
But you didn't have an obnoxious...
Nothing ever happened.
No. Oh, okay, well, this is
No, it was just
then.
internal in my own head that I worried that something would happen.
Yeah, and you didn't even have, an annoying sibling who would stand at the top of the stairs and then scare you after you were coming up from the dark.
No, I did not.
Or who would force you to watch horror movies as a child.
Really? She forced you to watch horror movies?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know this.
There was some. Well, I mean, I started to like them, but there was one that we watched that like really creeped me out. That I'd be very curious to see how I would feel about it.
What was it?
Is this? Why are you flashing?
Because that light, those cars got their high beam on.
No, I think that's just how cars look these days.
No, that is brighter than the sun.
No, I think that's just.
All right, what's this movie your sister made you?
It was some Spanish-speaking horror movie that I think was like.
Did you understand Spanish at that point?
You ever heard of subtitles?
Oh well, okay. No, because I don't use them.
Yeah, but you also don't speak other languages, so you need them.
Excuse me?
What?
You forgot that I speak Greek? That is another language last I checked.
Say something in Greek.
Then Thelona Milasud.
That's not real.
Yeah, I said I don't want to talk.
God, the Greeks are so wild.
Leave the Greeks alone.
Okay, so you don't believe in ghosts, but you
have to give us an update on your Turkish coffee pot. Anyways, so what?
You don't believe in ghosts, but you would be freaked out if a ghost made its presence known.
I would believe in ghosts if there was any kind of physical evidence. There's been no physical evidence.
What about my aunt's premonition?
I can't explain that, but there's no physical evidence that any scientist...
How is you guys not getting married physical evidence of her premonition? That she imagined that mom would get married to some guy without, some guy. She had a vision of it. And then she called mom, and she was like, you're going to get married to this guy. I know exactly what he looks like. Mom was like, does he have a mustache? And she was like, no. And mom was like,
okay, so this may not be a ghost. It could be a glitch in the space-time continuum.
Oh, my God.
See, that I might give you because there is issue with space and time warping. So there's some scientific...
There's issue with space and time
that
warping?
Exists. So that could somehow transmit a reflection of the future backward. So I might give you some scientific... I could come up with a scientific reason for that.
I think that's too much Star Trek you're watching. Okay, so we're home. How many little ghost roommates would you give it? Little nice ghosty roommates.
You know, I 1.5.
Oh!
I mean, only because it didn't pull me along. I was not engaged. I was just there.
Okay.
Me and the presence. We were just there.
Well, the presence was doing stuff. You weren't.
Not at the beginning. The presence was just floating around between the rooms.
Just vibing. I get it. It's a 3 for me. I really, really was enjoying myself, and then the ending kind of fell apart for me.
Okay.
Boo.
Boo.
I wanted to see the presence in the mirror, you know?
Sorry.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
That's it for this week's episode of Movies with My Dad. You can find all of our episodes online at movieswithmydad.com. You can also send us an email at movieswithmydadpod@gmail.com. My dad is desperate to hear from you. You can find me, Tina, on Twitter at Captain Ameripug or letterboxed at Tina_DOCX. You can find my dad at our local Home Depot. Tune in next week when we head back to the movies.